Hi y'all, it's Judith. Well, y'all, I'm here again to answer your questions that you'd left for me on Titter. I'm actually inside of my closet because I'm actually hiding from some relatives that came in town, and I thought this was the best place to hide out and get some work done. Okay, so let's get started. So our first Titter question comes from Amber Phillips. Okay, she says, do you have a recipe to make cherry Coke at home? Love me some Coca-Cola. Well, hun, I love me some Coca-Cola too, as you know. So, something that I like to go back to is something that my grandmother taught me from way early when I was just a little baby child. She said, Judith, you never waste Coca-Cola. I don't care how flat that Coke is gone. So for cherry Coke, first off, take any flat Coke that you have that's just sitting there, no fizz, no nothing. Take that flat Coke, pour it into a blender, then go get you some cherries. It could be cherries off a tree, it could be cherry filling inside of a pie, and any type of cherry. You put that inside of the blender. You take a new Coca-Cola, pour that in, and then blend it. Voila! You've got a cherry Coke with a little bit of a fizz on top. All right, our next question comes from Kristen Ivester. She asks, who put the ram in the Ramalama Ding Dong? Well, hon, you know, they taught that to me in health class. You know, and if you don't know that by now, I would consult a physician. All right, so this next question comes from I Give Up. Is that your name, really? Well, she asks, I have a friend that's a know-it-all. How do I tell her to shut up? Okay, I have a few things for that. So, knows-it-alls, what they really want is to prove their point. And so what you got to do is sometimes you just got to let those kind of people just talk. And something that I like to throw in there is I do some facial expressions like, like that. Because what it does for them is that it shows that, oh, they're teaching me something. That's what they think, you know. So I do like, that's something new you're telling me. But really, you're just letting them talk and talk. Eventually, they'll shut up. We're back at it with Miss Ellen G. I think it's G. Okay. She wants to know what a grit is. A grit, that is something that my grandmother also, she told me this. She says, Judith, a grit is a feisty piece of oatmeal. It's that little piece of oatmeal that's like, I don't care how much hot water you put on me, I ain't going soft. I'm a grit. And I feel like a lot of us Southerners have that grit to us, you know. A lot of people up north are more like oatmeal. Ellen G also asks, she says, where do you buy your green eyeshadow? It looks too cute. I usually don't wear a lot of green eyeshadow. I usually go to the green eyeshadow when they don't have my blue eyeshadows at Walgreens or Walmart. Our last question is from Dylan Stevens. He asks, are you a bottle blonde? Well, you know, Dylan, I really don't know what color my hair was when I first started taking a bottle, but what I do know, and the motto that I always go to is, maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. Well, that's all our questions that we had on Titter this week. I so love you all, and I thank you all so much for getting on Titter with me and getting on the Facebook as well and the YouTubes. It's a whole lot going on, but thank you so much for coming in and joining with me and asking me questions, and I'll see you next week on Ask Judith Wednesdays on Titter. All right, y'all. Bye.